Would you rather be hurt by a stranger or hurt by a friend?
Imagine having one hand clasped over your mouth, restricting any possibility of sound, and the other one with a knife to your throat. Would you rather look up to eyes that you recognize or eyes that you have never seen before? Levi Harrington was my friend. I believe him to be. We were not playmates. I mean, he respected my space and I respected his position. But he was very kind, protecting me. They tell me it's called grooming. Anyway, I was always placed at the front of the line, giving me extra provisions in my sack. Some of my friends tell me it's my fault, that I should have known there was a price to pay for every cut of meat, for every time he called me friend, or for every kind gesture. I stupidly thought that the worst thing that could happen to me would be taken by a stranger, held against my will, raped and abused, knowing that at any point, one wrong move, and that's it. I could die. Goodness me, I was wrong. It's far worse to be violated by perpetrators you once called friends. Men who you know will not only let you leave, but your need for food guarantees your silence.
Sophia. Oh, sorry, can I startle you?
No, I was daydreaming.
And what brings you here tonight? You know that there won't be another food distribution until tomorrow, right?
I know. I'm here to see Mr. Levi. Is he here?
I can check his office. Is he expecting you? Do you have an appointment or?
No. Yes. No, he's. I don't have an appointment, basically, but I would be very surprised if he didn't expect me.
Mr. Levi is a very busy man, you do realise that. And he's always looked out for you, treated you well, given you the finest cuts of meat. You don't want to do anything to spoil that, do you?
Listen, I just need to speak to him. Just 2 minutes.
He's unavailable.
You haven't even checked.
I checked. I said he's unavailable. Whoa!
Put me down! Let me go, Mr. Levi! Come out!
Shut up, you crazy cow! I told you he's not here!
Mr. Levi, come out! We're not friends! Come out and tell me why!
You crazy woman, on the good name of the church, I tell you that the man is not here. Come back tomorrow!
Levi, come out! Why did you hurt me? Come out and tell me why!
Go on, take it. Take it!
You think I want your money?
You're poor, you're hungry, you've got no clothes bar the shirt on your back, and you live in a tent in a camp set up by a disaster relief charity. Yes, Sophia, I think you want my money.
So that's all I am to you? A dirty little Haitian you can buy it for and trade for what? A few US dollars?
What, you want more?
I don't want your money. I want Levi Harrington.
I just told you, Sophia, he's not here.
And what can I do for you, Sophia?
Why, Levi? Why did you hurt me? Why did you treat me like a friend? Show me favors, gave my family's respect. Only to attack me in the street last night and have you whip with us as though we are dogs. Is that what we are to you, Levi? Dogs?
Right, Sophia, watch your mouth. Talk like that could get Rebuild into trouble, and it's Rebuild keeping you alive. Without us, you, your family, and all you people really would be in the dirt like dogs.
Levi, you're a man of God. You told me things in the Bible about God's plans for healing and restoration, and I believe those things. I believe them to be true. So why? What demon drives you to make friends with the most vulnerable? Those in most need? Levi, you feed me. You provided me shelter. You enlightened me about the Word of God and His goodness. You even offered me protection from the forces of nature, only to attack me in the street last night and rape me.
Sophia, I will not tell you again.
It was you, Levi. Your mistake was to allow me to know you. I know your hands, I know your eyes, and I know your smell.
I suggest you take Bannock's money and you spend it wisely. Because if I ever hear that evil accusation again, it will be the last time you get anything from Regal. No food, no shelter, not even medical supplies. Let's see which of us dogs ends up in the dirt first, eh?
A smoking gun, a threat, and ultimatum, yet no signs of remorse. Immoral, unethical, and not to mention criminal. I think it is time that there will be an investigation by the police. Naturally, it is inappropriate that Mr. Harrington continue his role at Rebuild UK under the circumstances. In truth, I think it is inappropriate that Mr. Harrington, his position will become untenable.
It's a complete lie. It's a complete fabrication. I have been with Rebuild UK for 15 years. And in all that time, there has never been an accusation of inappropriate behaviour on my part or on the part of any member of my team. And now, some random girl, some woman with an axe to grind and a chip on her shoulder, for God only knows why. My team have gone the extra mile to ease suffering. To us, they're not merely numbers. They are real people. We treat them with dignity. We always have and we always will. They're not merely statistics. Have a look at my results. In Peru, Dominica, Mississippi, Louisiana, Rwanda. Results, commendations, appreciation. I've built this charity with my bare hands. I've brought God to thousands. I've given hope where there was none. And now, you want to listen to the lies of some feckless reprobate over mine. My only crime was to befriend her when no one else would. To build up her self-confidence, her self-esteem.
So, which is she? A friend? A random woman? Or a stranger? Because according to what you claim, she's all three.
Listen. Matt wasn't there. I was alone, arranging the stools. Sophia, she came out of nowhere. She startled me, actually.
Oh, it was just the two of you.
Well, yes, but no, Matt wasn't there. Sophia wasn't alone. She brought a friend.
A friend? And who is she?
I have no idea. I've never seen her before in my life. Hey, you startled me.
How about you like surprises?
Oh, I do like surprises, but one man's surprise is another man's shock. Shouldn't you be doing something a little bit more interesting?
Not really.
Well, you know what? I would ask your friend, but we haven't been introduced yet.
Oh, Mr. Levi. Pardon my manners. Mr. Levi, this is my friend, Pixie. Pixie, this is the man we're telling you about. Okay.
Pleased to meet you, Trixie.
I've heard a lot about you. It's Pixie.
Ah, good. Sophia, what have you been telling your friends about?
Oh, it has all been true.
Good.
I didn't say it's all been good.
Do you know what? You are in a strange mood today.
Okay.
Is there anything specific I can help with you? I really must get these stalls sorted out.
See? I told you wouldn't help.
Help with what? Well, if you both stand there whispering between yourselves, how can I possibly help?
Well, sir, it's my brothers. They're starving. I mean, we get the regular allocation from the distribution centre, but
It just isn't enough. They're getting weaker and weaker by the day, and I'm really worried about them.
What about your parents?
Well, my father, he died in the earthquake, and my mother, she's been in a coma for the past 3 months, so they really rely on me.
And I told her you would help.
I can help and I will, but we have to be discreet. I take it your brothers aren't registered. Don't worry, you've come to the right man. Meet me behind the old mill after dark, when all the other workers have gone. Because your brothers aren't registered, no one can know that I'm helping you this way. But I really can't refuse the request of an old friend.
Thank you so much. I'll come tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
You're so welcome, that's what friends are for. And that was the last that I saw of them.
Liar! He told me he could help if we didn't sell a soul.
I can help, and I will, but we have to be discreet. I take it your brothers aren't registered? No, don't worry. You've come to the right man. Meet me behind the old mill after dark, when all the other workers have gone. Because your brothers aren't registered, no one can know that I'm helping you this way. But I really cannot refuse the request of a friend.
Thank you. I'll come tonight.
Come alone.
Thank you.
Oh, that's what friends are for. And I'll see if I can find a little something for you too as well.
Thank you.
You do know I'm always here to help. Make sure he comes alone. No one must know.
My lips are sealed. Thank you. My body clock, laying on the beach, happiness in reach. I begin to heal, I start to feel comfort. If it's love, then why must we hide? I need you at my side, let's take the carpet ride to a whole new world of comfort. I didn't say no, I thought love would grow. The carpet ride left a part of you inside. I thought you'd be proud. I sing it out loud, but that wasn't the deal. There's nothing to feel. In me, you found no comfort. The love was not real. My broken body holds no appeal, so I'll cut you no slack. You turned your back. It's time for you to know. Tick-tock. My discomfort. You cause me grief. You cause me pain. You turned your back with my baby lace line. Negotiate. There's nothing to gain. I must soothe my pain and go in search of comfort.
Beautiful, isn't it? Sorry, I didn't want to disturb you, but I wanted to join you. I've been watching you a while.
Shouldn't I be there?
Yes, of course. It's a public beach. Not that you know it.
I like it here. Everybody seems to prefer Zanzibar.
More fool them. With all what this country's been through these past 3 months, it's a wonder that God's left a little corner of beauty just there to remind us that the world is a beautiful place.
Is it?
It can be if we let it.
I'm not sure anymore. If God does exist, he's busy looking after the tech giants and oil-rich companies in the developed world. He's got no time for us.
It's not God why we have first and third world countries. No, that's our choices that we've made. Our avarice, our hubris, our lust for power created that. In this world we have the conquerors, and others are the conquered.
Thanks for that, I feel much better.
Oh, what I mean is, oftentimes we give God bad press when it's not actually his fault.
So did corporate greed cause the tsunamis, hurricanes, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions that keep your charity in business?
Okay, you got me there. Well, wait a minute. You recognize me from the distribution center.
Oh yeah, I'm there every day.
I see you every day. I even get a bit worried when you don't turn up at your usual time. I have something for you. I've had it a while, but I was just waiting for the right time. Beautiful, isn't it? Sorry, I didn't want to disturb you, but I wanted to join you.
Shouldn't I be here?
I've been watching you a while, of course. It's a public beach. Not that you know it.
I like the quiet. That's why I like it here.
Do you often come here alone, or do you come with friends?
Alone, that way nobody disturbs your thoughts.
Ouch. Look, I'm just trying to be friendly.
I'm not very good with people.
Well, maybe you just need a little bit more practice.
Maybe.
I have something for you. I've had it a while. Just waiting for the right time. Don't look all suspicious. It's what friends do. Wait and see what I've got for you tomorrow.
What do you mean? I might not be here. I don't want you to think...
I see you haven't thrown it away then.
I wouldn't, it's beautiful. Oh, you don't need to do that.
I'm creating memories.
Isn't that what your brain is for?
Here's the camera. These cameras aren't meant for selfies.
Just use your phone. What are you doing?
Hey, I have something for you. Open it. It's yours.
I can't.
You can. It's a gift to my friend.
No, I can't.
We're friends. Shall we try it on?
It's beautiful.
You're beautiful.
It must have cost a fortune. This is like so much money on my wage. It's wrong.
Not on my wage. And I'm jealous. I like to give my friends gifts.
I don't know what to say.
Well, let's pretend that these are our best wine glasses.
I shouldn't.
Always I can't. Always I shouldn't. You deserve a life too. You deserve some fun too. You deserve happiness too.
Come, I know a place. Let's talk.
Why are there tears on such a pretty face? You don't need to be alarmed, I'm here to help. What is it? What's wrong? Okay? Allow me to take you out of here. I can't leave you here, it's not safe. But you can't stay here. Allow me to take you back to Regal.
No!
Oh, it's okay.
I'm not Regal, no!
We're the good guys. Did somebody from Regal do this? Who was it?
I'm telling you, the UN guy came out
Yeah.
and sat the entire place going greener and greener and greener and greener.
Boy! What is your problem?
What's your problem?
And what's got into you?
He's gone crazy, that's what.
Is this who we are now? Is this what we've become? I've just seen a girl on the beach scared out of her wits.
Yeah, what did she say?
Clearly, she'd been assaulted.
Did she say that?
It was obviously
Did she say it?
well, no, she didn't say
Well then, what's your
it.
problem?
was your MO! Wooden bird. You are careless, you're reckless, and the worst thing is you clearly don't give up.
Ran it.
So there's a girl on the beach, been assaulted. Who's to say it was me?
This says it was you.
I bet she didn't. What? I wasn't even on the beach. I don't even know what he's talking about.
That's all. He never said it happened on the beach.
No. He's coming from the beach. He said the beach.
You make me sick, Samuels.
All right. So I was there, but there was no assault.
Let me get this right. It was on the beach in broad daylight. And what sort of animal are you?
We only talked about.
I want you to fix this. I want you to shut her up, or else I'm shipping you back to the UK.
I used to love spending time on the beach. Out there in the open space. The sea air, the smell. I could breathe. I could think. I could feel.
Beautiful, isn't it?
I shouldn't be here.
It's a public beach.
Nobody else is here.
More for them.
We're alone.
More for you.
You gave me a gift. It was beautiful.
I'm generous. I like to share.
We talked a while. We talked a lot.
We became friends.
So I thought.
We were friends.
You were rough.
What about the photos?
You held me too close, too tight.
It's what friends do.
I couldn't get away.
We kissed.
You kissed me.
We were friends.
So I thought.
You wanted me.
I wanted to go.
How was I to know?
I couldn't stand.
You didn't say so.
I couldn't speak.
You didn't want to go.
I wanted to go.
You didn't want to go.
I don't know what I want.
Have another drink. It'll help you think.
My head is spinning. Let me go.
When I'm done, I'll take you home.
Please, my friend, let me go.
Now I'm done. Make your way home.
I know you're scared. The others were scared too, but they got through it. Just tell us your story. Don't elaborate. Don't try to make it any more interesting or worse than it already was. Just tell us what happened.
I just don't remember.
You do. Just tell us what you told me earlier.
I don't know. Where's Miss Lansing?
She'll be here in a minute. You'll be fine.
Problem?
She's up next and she's clammed up. The state she's in, she's useless to us.
She's been through this a number of times, so once she gets in there, she'll be fine.
To be honest, I have credibility concerns and I will be the one with egg on my face if she starts to unravel.
I'll have a word with her. She'll be okay.
Do that, because I'm not convinced.
Abby, everything all right? A little nervous?
I don't think I can do it, Miss Lansing.
I know it's difficult. That's why you and the others have been silent for as long as you have. The thing is, if you don't speak out now, this all gets buried. Again. And Levi and men like him get to carry on doing horrible things to girls like you and other vulnerable girls in the future. You want that?
Brother Levi's a good man. I don't want to say anything that would get him into any trouble.
Don't think of it like that. Just think about telling the truth. If you tell the truth and he's a good man, then he won't go to prison. If you tell the truth and he does, that's where he belongs. Him and every other bastard like him.
Can I see him? Can I talk to him? If you just let me talk to him, then I'll know.
He's too smart for that. That's why you haven't spoken out before. He'll convince you his abuse is love. He'll say we confused you. He'll say he'll protect you. You don't speak out.
If you don't let me talk to him, then I won't tell my story.
You think this is some kind of game? I didn't fly you halfway around the world on a vacation. You remember what you were like when I found you? Do you want to go back to that? I suggest you pull yourself together, get in there, and do and say as we agreed. No more, no less.
This nonsense has got to stop right now.
My sentiments exactly.
We can't stop. What message does that send to the millions out there watching?
This isn't reality TV, Lansing. There are real people's lives out there that you're destroying. Have you thought about that?
For 13 years I've thought of nothing else.
I'm not talking about Harrington or the women you paraded out there. They'll survive. But what about the millions relying on Rebuild UK for clean water? Millions living and dying without any knowledge or purpose of why they were born. Our church and Rebuild UK make a real difference to those people. We keep them alive. We give them hope. Have you any idea what a scandal like this will cost them? Is that price worth it?
And what about the price of our silence? So Harrington and his merry men can fill their bellies, put roofs over their heads, give them hope and faith, and then systematically erode that hope and faith. These men aren't gods. They're not saviors of mankind. They're deviants and they're mutants. They should be put down!
Get over yourself, Lansing. Of all the issues and corruption in the world, and you want to start your cleaning up program with this just to bring down one man. Okay. I'll send him away. He won't be on the front line. They won't have access to the congregation. For the love of God, woman, can't you see that you are destroying every good thing the charities and faith organizations have ever done? Don't kid yourself that this will remain within the borders of Rebuild UK. The left-wing militant agnostics will have a field day. Their entire existence is hinged on destroying the credibility of any altruistic organization. And you're handing them our heads on a platter? What good is served by that?
I can't do this. I can't speak against Levi if it will hurt the church. Brother Levi saved my life. Now you're asking me to destroy his.
Someone tell me what we're doing. The debate back here is great. Marvelous. But I'm the one out there that's going to look like a fool.
Come along, child. You don't belong here.
We continue. And if Bishop Gibson pulls any more stunts or tries to have us stopped, I'll bury him along with everyone else.
You're very passionate, Miss Lansing, aren't you? It's a good thing. But don't let it cloud your objectivity.
If you're not up to the task, I will find someone who is.
Oh, I'm for the cause. Both on a personal and professional level. I am on your side. But the only way we can win this is if we just talk about what these men have done and not who they are.
Harrington does what he does because of who he is. He's evil. So yes, my objective is to destroy him, his charity, and his legacy.
It doesn't feel like we've won. Where's Miss Lansing? It doesn't feel like we've won.
See the bigger picture, Abby. We have put a stop to men like Harrington taking advantage of women who look up to them, who rely on them.
There's no victory in what we did today.
There is. If not for us, then for the men and women that have been taken advantage of. We trusted them, we loved them, we depended on them. We shouldn't have to compromise and be taken advantage of.
Abby, he raped me. We were friends and he raped me. He should get what he deserves. Lock him up and throw away the key. That's what I think.
But we're destroying his life.
Are you serious right now? What about our lives? He's in a corner somewhere thinking about how to destroy our lives? Oh, maybe I should speak for myself. My life?
You heard them in there. Consensual sex. When your body's full of rehypnol. I don't think so. Consensual sex when that's the only way they'll give you food rations.
Ladies, listen, we are not chattel. We are their equal. They don't own us. Abby, those bruises you fight so hard to cover up. Is that the action of a man in love? Huh? Our silence is killing us. We have to speak out.
And if they don't learn that, they will continue. It's not about Levi Harrington and his band of merry men. Who are they? Perverts, deviants, and criminals. They should be stopped, taken out of society and placed where they can no longer harm you or anyone else ever again.
What about his healing, his restoration?
Has she? Or is she the only one thinking straight?
Bishop Gibson, I don't think you should be back here with the ladies. We do know there's going to be a criminal investigation. This could be seen as tampering.
Poppycock. This is my flock. It is my responsibility to ensure that they are well looked after.
It's a little late for that, don't you think, Bishop? Where were you when Harrington and Samuels was flagrantly abusing your flock?
I'm not sure I appreciate your tone, Missy. I made it clear that neither I nor the church had any knowledge of any misbehaviour by any member of Rebuild UK that could be considered criminal or inappropriate. I detest and denounce Harrington's behaviour. And as a show of respect and to appear transparent, whatever the outcome of this investigation, we have removed Levi Harrington and his SLT out of the field. They will no longer be on the front line, exposed to those pressures, facing those temptations.
I hardly think that is the...
I don't give a damn what you think. You have no idea who I am or what I do. You and your kind leap at every opportunity to take pot shots at the good benevolence of organizations like ours. Okay. Levi Harrington is a bad apple. But he's not representative of the barrel. You won't see that. You don't say that because it's not part of your agenda. So go on, throw your grenades and Rebuild UK. Boom, boom, bring down the church. But who's going to pick up the pieces of the lives broken by capitalism and corporate greed? People like you. I don't think so. You'll have your day in court. You'll bring down Harrington. But that's only a battle. I still have to fight a war. A war for these young women's lives and their futures. Ladies, I heard your statements. I suffered in your testimonies. Your experiences were terrible. I am ashamed. What can I do? What can I say? Apart from the fact that I am truly sorry.
I thought gloating was beneath even you.
I came here with so many things in my heart that I wanted to say to you, but now I'm here, I don't know where to start.
Well, you didn't seem to have that problem about an hour ago. It seemed a case of verbal diarrhea, if I recall correctly.
But did I wrong you though, Levi? Was the church wrong to distance themselves from you? Because you told one young girl she came to you as a gift from God, and you abused her, allegedly.
It's Bishop Gibson who has distanced himself from me. He has excommunicated me to all intents and purposes. What are we, living in the Dark Ages? And did you hear about Nobody's press aid? Neither I as an individual or the church as an organisation has any knowledge of any inappropriate behaviour by any member of Rebuild, blah, 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 blah.
He's protecting the organisation at any and all costs.
And what about protecting me?
And who are you? Should we go ask the girls you abused who you are?
I told them out there. And if the CPS want to waste their time, I'll tell them too. I did not abuse anyone.
It's Clinton-esque. Because you can't hide anymore behind illegal language and double speak. Are they all lying? Am I lying? Is everyone against you?
And the only thing I'm guilty of is that I cared too much, is that I loved too much.
Yeah, you're good. You've lived this crap so long you actually believe it.
And you who've turned their back on God, think you can come and preach to me?
I never turn my back on my God. I turn my back on yours.
And what would you have me do? Connie, dearest, beat a path to your door every night, only to be spurned for not being attentive enough, holy enough, or whatever little pigeonhole box you want to put me into. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Well, your 15 minutes of fame. All of you. Because if your mission in life is to bring down the great Levi Harrington, it says a lot more about you than it does about me.
Listen to yourself, Levi. Why would they want to? Why would I want to? I love you. And even those confused, misguided girls love you. Why would we want to bring you down?
Because you're jealous. You're jealous of how great I am. You are jealous of my success. You heard them. Everybody wants a piece of me.
Get help, Levi.
Connie, we can still beat this. If you and I stand together, we can beat this.
Why would I do that?
Because you love me.
Do you think that's enough?
It can be if we want it to be.
Will you get help?
Will you retract your statement? Okay, Connie, I'll get help if you'll stand by me through the investigation and through to any trial.
Do you not get it? God! You just don't understand me, Levi! It's not me, it's you! I guess you don't see it. And if that's the case, Lansing may be right. It may be too late for you.
I said I get help, and I will.
If I'm by your side.
Yes. I'm not a bad person, Connie.
You hurt people, Levi.
Darling, it was never my intention.
So you'll get help. Because that's the final step. The world thinks we're mad, but we're just broken. And that's a journey in itself, to realise that we're not mad or bad, we're just broken. And once we realise that, we become free to be whatever we want to be, whatever God designed and created us to be. But we can't do it without healing our wounds, without making wrongs right. And sometimes, Levi, that job is too big for us to handle on our own. We have to seek help and talk about it. So whether we face this together with me at your side or not, it's not a question for me. It's a question for you. Face the truth, Levi, and the silence.
More trouble.
Can it get any worse?
It's down implementation. We can still get out in front of this if we play our cards right.
What cards do we have?
We haven't got any cards, Samuels. We're not even in the darn game. The game is over.
Oh, the game's not over. The fat lady hasn't even begun to sing yet, Matt. She's barely cleared her throat.
Levi, this isn't going to go away.
Guess from the guy who said, they've got nothing.
Were you not just in there? Lansing rolled out a procession of women that all seemed credible and lucid enough to convince the CPS that there's a case to answer. So unless either of you can perform miracles, I'd say we're stuffed.
I'm going to bury Lansing.
Alive, preferably.
Levi, what's our next move? I take it we're not just going to sit here and wait for the CPS and the police.
Oh, that's how it works.
Oh, gee.
We are under investigation.
Can't we just apologise? Say we're sorry, you know, show some remorse. Shed a tear.
You idiot. You are a day late and $1 short, my friend. Sorry should have kept it in your briefs. Then we wouldn't be in this mess. Sorry.
Well, maybe if you got yours out of your briefs, Lansing would have shown you a bit more respect. Sorry.
Give you sorry. I will carve your sorry throat.
You got to get Lansing to help you. Because the world knows you can't do it by yourself. Sorry.
You.
Hey! What got into you? Is this who we are? Is this what it's come down to? How am I supposed to rely upon you two at trial? Get your head straight. The enemy is not in here. She's out there. All they've got is our word against theirs. Connie's going to stand by me. She'll retract her statement. We can still beat this.
Connie?
Yes, if I play my cards right. We're not criminals. Come on. Rich guy doesn't want to be with the best looking girl he can get away with, eh? They try and criminalise us for doing the very things they want to do, but they simply don't have the guts to do.
Oh, in this case, the balls.
Hey, listen, mate. I have no problem taking the stand and telling the whole world what I know about you, Samuels. So keep that in the back of that tiny mind of yours the next time you want to come at me with snide comments.
Ah, well, I've got no problem burying you in the same grave as Lansing. Ooh, sorry.
You know what? You need to let that go.
And you two need to get a grip. I'm going to pack up this office. And if we play our cards right, we will be back. But if we don't, we are going to get up and end up in jail. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a no-brainer, really.
Oh, it had to be you, didn't it?
I'm just basing myself here to wind up your project.
Well,
I'm not doing this long term.
as I said, you got what you want.
What I wanted was restoration. I'm not sure I got it.
Ah, that's like the Americans dropping a nuclear bomb and thinking, oh, I thought that would create world peace.
We'll be on our way.
I'm going to stay behind and make sure we haven't left anything.
Incriminating?
This is not just a big game to you, isn't it?
No, it's a game to you and your cronies. But ask Marianne, Sophia, Abby, and the hundreds, if not thousands of other women, if it's a game to them. I can comfortably say that they'll say not. What can I do for you?
What?
We both know there's no chance he left anything behind, so you stayed because you wanted something from me. What is it?
You know, you are wrong about rebuild. You're wrong about Levi.
I don't think so, Matt. You've all been hiding this for years. Are all these women lying?
Look, things happen that maybe shouldn't have happened, yeah? But you make it seem so...
Dirty?
Ugh.
Because it is. Abusive? Because it is. Criminal? Because it is. You've been Harrington's puppy for so long, you've become blind to it.
Yeah, and why do you hate Levi so much? What did he do to you that was so bad?
Matt, I don't have the time or the crayons to explain it so you can understand. Levi is nothing more than a soulless predator who preys on the weak. Someone needs to put him out of his misery.
And what about what you're doing? Is that not just as bad?
Matt, you rolled the dice and couldn't perform. How is that my bad?
Now, what is it about Levi that you hate so much? Is it that he's successful? Is it that he's powerful? Is it because there are people that will fall at his feet and do anything he asks because of how good he is to them? See, you call that abuse, but some people, they might call that appreciation.
You didn't answer my question.
Is Levi everything that you want to be?
Ridiculous.
Now, because your whole approach to rebuild has been from some high moral ground, but I don't see any difference between you and Levi.
Answer my question.
Answer mine.
You asked a question, I didn't hear a question.
Is Levi everything that you want to be?
My question still stands. How does your non-performance make me a bad person?
You are just the same as Levi.
He's an abusive sex offender who preys on the weak in his care. He should be locked up.
Take a look in the mirror, Lansing. You strut around like you own the whole world. You need taking down a peg or two. Now, I can explain my actions without excusing them. I'm not a kid. I had too much to drink, okay? Way too much. But my attempt at... Well, come on! It was more laughable than criminal.
So your failures make me a dyke? You see how ridiculous you sound?
You set yourself up as some bleeding-hearted liberal fighting against abuse and exploitation. But what did you do to me? I became your whipping boy. I became your snitch. I became your man on the inside. You made me betray my friends. And for what? Just to buy your silence. You abused and exploited me at every opportunity, Catherine, so don't pretend to be the good guy here. You set this whole thing up as if Levi and men prowl around looking for people to take advantage of, but you are no better, Catherine. You are just as evil. And you know what? You aren't simply going to fix this with a change of laws. Taking down Rebuild won't fix this any more than locking you up would fix it. People's hearts need to change. Talking and exposing bad behaviour is not the end game. You said you didn't get restoration. You want restoration? Then know that ending the silence is only the beginning.
I have become accustomed to shadows, running away from light, wide apertures, overexposure, always viewed through his lens. What care I for this world, where I'm a mere pawn in another's chess game, to be sacrificed as they go in search of their queen? Am I not a queen? Am I not worthy of friendship, respect, love? And if all the love I've ever known is taken away, is not that the abuse? If I cannot go to those I love for strength, if they are taken away and locked up, where must I go for healing? Where do I find sanctuary? In the shadows I cannot see a path. So perhaps for me this is where my journey ends.
I spoke out. And I will again. Indeed I must. For as painful as it is, he took my trust. We smiled, we played, we laughed. Then he took me by force, with no backward glance, not a hint of remorse. I will not fall. This is not me. There is so much more I can achieve and be. He probably took my body, maybe, but he did not conquer my mind. No. So I will live. I am proof the chains are gone. My spirit is a strength I will build upon. So I will love, I will trust, and I will relearn to share, and not fear my shadow for just being there.
Praise will ring out for my achievements. My victories will be celebrated with applause. My conquests will be honoured and recognised, not over my fellow human beings, but over my adversities. This is not a game I choose to play. I will walk my own path and I'll make my way. I know what I want and I'll have my say. Win or lose, I will choose. You have found for disrespecting me there is a price to pay. So tick-tock, yes, the sound of my body clock. We no longer live in the shadows, and ending the silence has brought comfort